Hey there, Wargamers! Skari and Luka here from MiniWarGaming.com, bringing you some Warhammer 40k. Today's battle report is sponsored by Terrainify. We're going to be doing 1,500 points of Black Templar against my Necrons, doing some Awakened Dynasty, and I think you're just playing the
Righteous
That's what it's called.
Crusaders.
We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
My Necron list for the Awakened Dynasty will be led by a Catacomb Command Barge in today's game. We've got the Overlord's Blade, Res Orb, and Gauss Cannon underslung with the Anegic Dermal Bond, giving him a 4-up Feel No Pain. Then I got I'm going to use him as a Lord here, but technically there's Overlords now. Boo. A second in command, essentially, with the Netherrealm Casket enhancement, giving him and his unit stealth. He's got a Void Safe and a Resurrection Orb. I got a plethora of characters here with the Awakened Dynasty. I'm trying to relive my old 5th edition Necron days with the old Royal Court. This is a Royal Ward. In fact, I got a pair of Royal Wardens here to help out my Necron Warriors, but they got no other upgrade. On top of that pair, we have a pair of Technomancers. They're going to also help out the Necron Warriors. We're going to invest heavily in our most basic rudimentary troop. Speaking of Necron Warriors, I got 2 units of 20. Just got Gauss Reapers on all of them. Got ourselves 1 Reanimator that fit into this list, as well as 1 unit of Canoptic Scarabs, because I had about 40 points left over. After everything was said and done, of course. We have 6 Locust Destroyers, and as I put my list on the table, I realized I don't have my standard Locust Lord that I usually like to put with them, so a little awkward there, but to make up for that, I am trying for the first time 3 individual Locust Heavy Destroyers with the big Gauss weapon, not the anti-infantry one, but the anti-vehicle one. And I nearly forgot the only unit I actually care about are my 10 Lich Guard. Sword and board, hopefully walk up the middle of the board and never die. But we'll see how well that works.
Leading the army, I've got High Marshal Helbrecht, who is my warlord. He will be leading a squad of 5 Sword Brethren, armed with some Lightning Claws and a Thunderhammer, which is a big sword. In Deep Strike Reserve, we have 3 Inceptors armed with Plasma. Helbrecht and the Sword Brethren will be in my Land Raider Crusader. This trusty model has been part of my collection for 23 plus years. Still has the old metal Hurricane pattern bolters and assault cannon and multi-melter, and it's probably older than most of you watching this video. Chaplain Grimaldus has also made an appearance in today's battle report. I've also brought a trusty Tech Marine with me in order to fix my vehicles and make them fight better. Rounding out the list, we have a large Crusader squad of Primaris Crusaders, 20 strong with 2 Power Fists and 2 Pyre Blasters. I've also brought a Redemptor Dreadnought to round out the force and a single unit of Primaris Infiltrators that will stay in the backfield as the heavy intercessors hold up the flank against the Xenos force. There you have it. That's 1,500 points of Black Templar. Well, now that you have seen the armies, we're going to be playing Sweeping Engagement. As you can see top down, there are 5 objectives on this table with Vox Static, which means the command point reroll and the New Order stratagem will cost 2 PP.
Yeah, whatever's
going to be good.
Whatever's affecting you is affecting me, and whatever's affecting me is affecting you.
That's right. And the mission is a straightforward one. Purge the foe.
That's
Kill,
my favorite one.
Kill more, hold more. And for the maximum of 50 points on primary, which is going to be interesting because I don't have a lot of units and you're playing Necron.
I do have some MSU elements, which might backfire on me, but we'll see.
We'll see how that works.
Yeah. Before we get to where we deployed our models and the rest of the game, I do want to go over this beautiful board we have here from Terrainify. This is their latest Kickstarter. It's a fully modular tile set. They're all 8-inch by 8-inch tiles, making a complete 6x4 board that you see here.
Of course, if you want to bring your table to life with a set like this, head on over to miniwargaming.com/tiles. The link is in the description where you can find out all the information you need for this awesome set. Make your own.
Exactly. Now, if you're on the website, when you're on the website, you'll notice that they offer different packages. One of the main ones being you can just buy the STLs yourself. They do offer up to 50% off some of the STLs throughout the rest of the month of April. You can also just buy the printed tiles and make your own table, paint it however you want. The final option being that they'll just paint it for you as well. If you buy the tiles, and they'll ship it out, and you can pick whatever package they have available.
That is miniwargaming.com/tiles, so make sure you check that out.
Look at that beautiful topographic view of this table as well. It's nice to have the elevations built into the table. Now, for my deployment, I got my one of my 2 Necron Warrior blobs on the left with the Royal Warden and the Technomancer. One of my lone Locust Heavies Then we got our Locust Destroyers right here in the middle on our home objective with some Scarabs beside them. Our Lichguard bunker with the Overlord in it. And then the rest of our army. Our General, our Overlord here on the barge with the Reanimator. And then the other Necron Warriors with a Technomancer and Royal Warden in them as well. And as a reminder, the Lichguard have the Stealth enhancement on the Overlord. And then the barge itself has the 4 Feel No Pain enhancement. Those are the 2 enhancements I have.
Well, we've seen what you have brought, Luka, so let's take a look at what I've brought today.
Look at them.
They look amazing. I do like my Black Templars. It's like my classic original army, especially something like my Land Raider, which in this case is the only thing from my old collection that I brought today.
Really?
Yeah, everything else is brand new.
Everything else is new models.
So I put my
okay.
heavy intercessors on the flank, ready to swing around and tassel with some Necron warriors. I brought Helbricht and the Sword Brethren in the Land Raider Crusader, ready to strike at the heart of the enemy army. I did bring my infiltrators in the back, ready to hold my home objective. So there's a Tech Marine hiding in the woods next to both the Land Raider and the Dreadnought, the Redemptor Dreadnought. The big brick of Crusaders.
The Dreadnought Redemptor.
Yeah, the Dreadnought Redemptor. The big brick of Crusaders with Grimaldus. And in Deep Strike Reserve, I brought 3 Inceptors with Plasma, hoping to do a surgical strike mid-game against the filthy Xenos.
I'll leave it wide open for you.
Well, there you go. Now, I have decided to take the vow, uphold the honor of the Emperor, because I trust in the Emperor.
That was my next
in
question.
the hour of battle.
What
I
did you do?
trust to him to intercede and protect his warriors true.
What does it do?
While they deal death on alien soil.
good.
Turn their seas to
They don't
red
care.
with the blood of their slain. In this
That guy
case,
cares less.
oil.
I don't think we even have.
Turn their songs into cries of lamentation, and et cetera, et cetera. My whole army gets a 6-up funeral pay.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
and their leadership 5.
Oh, because they better bravery?
Yeah,
got
yeah.
Or not bravery, leadership. Literal leadership.
Literal leadership. There you
Gotcha.
have it. Black Templars, crush time.
We are ready for the roll-off to see who goes first. Also, we're both playing tactically. I don't know if that's important to mention, but I think we pretty much always
Well, it
do.
is.
Yeah. We're going
Yeah.
to draw random cards.
I am.
So will I.
I hope you do too.
Turn 1 Necrons. My first 2 secondary mission cards will be both kind of doable. Tempting target. Skari's going to pick one of the no man's land objectives, one of the 3 for me to go for. I'm slow, I'm Necrons, but we might be able to make it work. And area denial is just kind of keep it real in the middle and acquire victory points. Or at least deny the enemy from keeping it real in the middle.
And
Well,
it begins.
Turn 1 Necrons, command phase. We both get a command point. We're both at 1 currently. Nothing really too dramatic going on in the command phase. Nothing to heal, nothing to pick, nothing to orb.
I did make this one
Oh, yeah.
a tempting target.
That was the tempting target. You want me to
So-
rush towards that, eh?
Yeah, well, it's twofold. I could have done the center, but because the Scarabs can make it relatively easy to the middle, if they could make it and it would force like your Lich Guard or your Destroyers to get closer, then yes, because then I could counter with
Yeah.
the Land Raider Crusader and Helbricht. But doing that side over there, it does force a long advance, and it sort of forces you to commit to that side with something, which wouldn't be bad for me.
Yep, I need a pretty good advance roll over there. But we have a strat that might help us there.
Yeah.
As we go to the movement phase, I am going to go right into it. I'm going to use that command point on Sudden Storm on this unit. So when they get assault on all their weapons.
Yep.
In case I roll well enough. They're all Reapers, so they're not going to do much damage. However, I do get to reroll my advance roll on this unit because they are led by a character. That's a pretty important roll for the beginning of the game here. To get to that tempting target that Skari marked, these Necron warriors need to roll a 5 on their advance roll. Now with Sudden Storm, they do get to re-roll it because the character.
2 chances.
They get a 4. I need 5. All right, got it on the second one.
Nicely done.
That is going to bring this lad to right in there between those 2 pillars. It does put them very close to the Black Templar and also not in range to really inflict any damage because the heavy intercessors are too far away. The Royal Warden can do a couple shots, I guess, but this is more important, more or less just to let the Royal Warden do shots, I guess, and then get the warriors in range of the actual objective. The last few little guys.
Here they come, all those Necrons just rushing up the flank. There's a lot of bodies I have to get through.
my favorite way to play them, but it's
So
like
fun.
very mind-numbing to play them this way
So
too.
fun, I
Takes
guess.
forever.
I can imagine.
The rest of the moves aren't super critical objectively. I can't get to area denial, so it is what it is. I am going to be moving the rest of my forces forward. I'm going to be aggressive still. You know, it's the most fun. I like walking forward and holding down the trigger and see how that plays. I assume Skari's going to do the same thing.
Murder all
Exactly.
the Xenos. Send
So-
them back to their reanimation crypts.
I'm going to take a few shots with my Locust up on the top of the hill. It won't be many. And then everything else is going to move towards the middle objectives, and I'll show you where it ends up. We're back after some poopy advance rolls, but again, they're not really that important. Necron Warriors moving up to the objective, not quite getting in range of it. We do position our Locust Heavy Destroyers to take random shots at random targets. So kind of like this guy's lined up on the Redemptor. This guy could shoot the Redemptor or the Land Raider. That guy's going for the Land Raider. Otherwise, the Lich Guard advanced, but didn't really commit to the move because I respect the contents of the Land Raider.
I don't have a Redeemer, or else it would be... Like, I don't own one, but a Redeemer would
Redeemer's
be
nasty.
very, very good.
Redeemer's my favorite Land Raider. I think
I
a
like
lot
it.
of people's favorite Land Raider for this edition.
yeah.
So they just kind of formed a line where the Scarabs ended up. Then we have our Barge and Reanimator. Both of them staying kind of near the Necron Warriors. We got the Technomancer and the Reanimator within 3 of each other, so Reanimator's going to be helping both those units out just a little bit. Otherwise, it's only assisting that side. This is all independent of that, but not a lot of pressure on this side of the board at the moment either, so we'll see how that works out. We can go right to my shooting phase. The only shots I really have is this Royal Warden. We'll get a couple shots at the Heavy Intercessors, which I'm going to go ahead and do. They're going to get cover because of the trees and the ruins in the way, and all that fun stuff.
I like it.
He does get to shoot because of the assault rule he gets from Sudden Storm. He hits on 2s because of he's leading a unit. He gets +1 to hit. No lethals though. 5s to wound you because you're real tough. That adds up to 5, but not quite.
That doesn't count, Luka.
It does not count
You can't
whatsoever.
just add up dice, willy-nilly.
I know. On to the heavies. One spicy heavy destroyer into the Land Raider. Would you like to do any shenanigans?
Which one is that one, sorry?
This is this Locust Heavy right here, shooting that away.
I'll allow it.
You'll allow it? All right, we got one singular shot. It wounds. Lethal. Look at
Nice.
that.
6 up. Nope.
All right. And then it's just 6 damage
Cool.
That's
6
it.
up the yellow paints.
For their vow.
That's right. 4 damage go through.
Moving on to the next one, same shot actually. We're just gonna go for keep putting pressure on the Land Raider. I don't think I don't have enough damage to put it down, but I guess I can kind of make it scared. Does it hit? It wounds.
Look at that. Excellent. I don't think I can cover from that angle still. 6 up? No.
All right.
That's another 6.
More Feel No Pains.
Will I get some Feel No Pains here? I only take 4.
All right.
Down
Got
to 8.
8. Half health them. Look at that. We have one more shot. This Locust Heavy Destroyer is going to take a shot at that Redemptor.
I'll get
Dreadnought.
cover this time.
You do, yes.
Yeah.
Do I just wound?
For a
No,
third time
not
in a
quite,
row?
but that would have been funny. 14.
I would have been so upset.
Boom.
5 up for a save? Nope.
Just 6 damage. 5
Okay.
damage.
Uh,
The Redemptor. Yeah, I think we're reducing.
oh,
by
you're
1.
doing it into the Redemptor.
This is the yeah, 'cause I can't see the Land Raider.
Okay. Well,
No, I can't see it enough to make me happy.
fine then. 6s. I take 5 damage on the Redemptor. He's down to 7 remaining.
Welcome to the end of my turn. Scoring, I do get my tempting target over here with the lucky advance roll because of Sudden Storm. So that's 5
Done. Well done.
victory points, and I was definitely too afraid to commit to the middle. So I'm going to scrap Area Denial,
Helbrecht smells your fear.
or he demands respect.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That does well.
I will pitch Area Denial. I'll get a command point for that, putting me back to 1. Skari will go to 2 command points as we go to his turn.
Well, I also drew tempting target this turn, which means Luka's gonna make me get 0 points on that. That just means it's gonna be a command point, which is great. And extend battle lines, which is going to be an easy one for me, which will allow me to get into the game. With that, let's try kill some Dinos. Well, Luka, you ready for this? Yeah, okay. Of course, you're gonna make that a tempting target. I'm gonna use my Tech Marine's ability to heal and give +1 to hit to the Land Raider Crusader. So I will heal the Land Raider Crusader 3 wounds.
Back up to 11.
So we'll go back up to 11, keeping him in the fight. I am going to pick Feel No Pain for Grimaldus's prayer. So his whole unit will have a Feel No Pain as well. And my Oath target will indeed be the unit of warriors that you have moved up onto the objective, which will affect both the characters in that unit as well. And there you have it. So we're going to do some movement. We'll get up. I think Helbrecht is just going to come fight early on in the game, and we'll make it happen. So I've got my Redemptor Dreadnought. It's going to just move up here. We got the Land Raider. Going to move up that way. This is, I don't know if they're going to stay still yet because they have heavy guns, so I might just keep them still. My Oath target, of course, being over there, which means most of my armor is going to shift this way. But let's take a look now, and we'll be right back. You did not kill anything.
I didn't kill
So I have
anything.
to take advantage of kill more for this turn.
That'd be huge.
That would be very big. So the Redemptor moved up to hold the objective in the middle to prevent you from holding more in case anything happens.
Yeah.
The Infiltrators moved sideways, stayed within 3, just out of range of the Destroyers so they don't get completely nuked, but getting in range of the target I'm really focusing on this turn. Grimaldus and his group moved up. They do have 18-inch sort of weapons, so I'm going to try and just pepper, probably take a couple of lost wounds off stuff.
Even one heavy destroyer kill, I'd say victory points.
There you
They're
go.
only 4 wounds, so.
Exactly. And there you have it. And then, last but not least, the biggest thing that happened this turn was we have the Land Raider, Crusader, moved up and unlodged Helbrecht and his sword brethren.
That's a dead squad of warriors.
I'm going to very much hope
Yes.
so.
Yes.
But that's at least the plan, is to go in, shoot, do damage, toss a grenade at them, just do a bunch of stuff to just try and wipe them. And then I might not get the characters as well, but at least getting rid of the objective control would be very useful. So with that, let's dive into this shooting phase. So first we're going to start with the infiltrators, just because they just, little units, doing little things. Against the Necron Warriors. They are my oath target, so hitting on 3s. They are heavy, but not worrying too much about that. And wounding on 4s.
T4.
Yeah, so that would only be 4 saves.
Some degree of cover.
You do get cover.
Yeah, I guess
there's the trees in the way. And
Oh, you have
stuff
no
like
way.
that.
Oh, I get the 3-ups would matter, but I
You
have
do.
just 2.
Yeah. So 1 damage each.
I have a Technomancer who protects one of them.
Nice. Then we've got the heavy intercessors doing the exact same thing. That's another 10 shots, but they do have the heavy keyword.
Yes,
So they'll be hitting on 2s.
Rerolling.
Rerolling thanks to my oath. Ooh, just 1 miss here. They are strength 5, so they will require 3s to wound, which is much better. That was a 3. So that is going to be 6 at AP 1.
Well, luckily, I got 6 dice here. They're firing. I'll pick
You
up
got your
something
cover. You got your cover.
back up to their 4-up save. These are just 1 damage.
Just 1 damage each, same as everything else.
Technomancer will protect all 3 of them.
Very nicely
Okay.
done. Awesome. Next, we have my Redemptor Dreadnought. Going to shoot the plasma cannon. Not overcharging because you don't have a Feel No Pain and it's 2 damage anyway.
Ah, he's fine.
And then we've got the Icarus Pod as well, shooting at your Heavy Destroyer. And then I will have the Gatling and Stormbolter just firing at the warriors. So let's start with the plasma cannon, not overcharging. So that would be 3 shots, hitting on 3s. 1 hits, winning on 3s. 1 save at AP 3.
I don't have any cover from that angle. I think I just have a 6-up. Now 3.
That would be 2 damage from that.
I ain't gonna cut it.
And then the Icarus Pod will do 3 shots, hitting on 3s and wounding on 2s because it's anti-fly.
I was gonna say this thing used to be anti-fly,
Correct.
right? Yeah.
And it is only AP 1.
1 at a time.
Yeah, and that will be 2 damage.
Huh.
And remember, reroll is 2 CP.
I know. Not worth it. I'll humbly take his defeat.
Okay.
Boom.
And he will go down.
This is where I messed up in my list build. I forgot the unit that wants to retaliate their shots needs to be led by a character, and I don't got one of those. That was the whole point of bringing these. That's a little embarrassing.
And then we have the next shots into the squad of warriors. So I've got Little Gatling Cannon.
Long may they live.
Thank you very much. Your Feel No Pains have been on point. It is my oath target.
Yeah.
And they are only strength 5, so needing 3s, but devastating wounds. So that would be 4 at AP 0 here.
Should be able to claim a 3-up on some of the guys. All right.
Yeah, completely fine. And then we have the Stormbolter, 2 hits, and they are twin linked on the Stormbolter here. So 1 save at no AP.
All right, same
Nicely
idea.
done.
Well,
Nicely done.
you did get your 8 victory points at
I
least.
did. Okay, so now I'm going to do Helbrecht's Sword Brethren unit into the squad of warriors.
You know, my favorite thing about that unit is they kept the 1 model with the double lightning claw.
Yeah, I know, it's like a
always one of my-
classic. It's
that's
such
my
a
favorite
classic.
Sword Brother model, yeah.
Okay, so 2 Pyre Pistols in the unit, so 2d6 hits.
Whoosh.
That'd be 10 hits
Ain't-
with a Pyre Pistol.
Ain't bad.
That is not terrible, considering a Pyre Pistol
Well,
is
they have different
strength
hits,
4.
but okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Because
Correct. So these need 4s to wound. I wish there was a reroll wound here, but
they
that's not the
definitely
case.
ignore cover.
So that would be 6 at ignore cover.
4 ups on my Necron Warrior. Wait, there's no AP, right? Just
No
ignore
AP,
cover.
just
So-
straight up.
And the Technomancer protects 2 of them. We lose 1 Necron.
Well, 1 died, not bad. Then I do have a Plasma Pistol.
2
Hit and wound. This will be AP 3, so just to feel no pain.
Hey, Doctor, 2
Okay,
dead.
dead. Continuing, I've got 1 Heavy Bolt Pistol, which does hit and does wound. These are
nice.
AP 1.
Let's go. I'm going to put it on the guy in the back who might
Yep.
have some form of cover. Does
Just
the
1
Doctor
damage.
help him? No.
Okay.
Down a warrior.
Then Hellbrecht is going to shoot Ferocity, hitting on 2s.
Fancy
2
combi weapon.
hits, and it is a combi weapon. Anti-infantry 4 with dev wounds. That would be 1 dev wound and 1 AP 1.
AP 1, I'll take the save first. That's a fail.
They are 2 damage each.
So here's that's 2 in total.
Yep.
So here's the first guy who's going to die, and the second one to the dev wound also dies.
Yep.
That is 2 additional dead Necron warriors.
I'm going to spend 1 of my command points, and the Land Raider Crusader is going to toss a grenade at you.
It does have the grenades keyword because
It
they've
does.
always had assault launchers.
The little assault launchers
Yes.
at the front had those. They're metal, they're pewter.
Yes.
Are they well used and oiled, and has my Tech Marine been fixing them nicely? Only 2 mortal
2 more wounds.
there.
Well, the Doctor's there. The Technomancer repairs one of the damage.
Sad.
Doctor sounds. Boop.
So we're gonna start with the Land Raider Crusader. I'm gonna shoot at the Heavy Destroyer right there. So I'm gonna be, well, Heavy Destroyer and the Warriors. The Multi-Melta and the Hunter Killer are gonna go into the Destroyer, and then I will be shooting everything else into the Warrior.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we've got the Multi-Melta, 2 shots.
Good luck.
Just within 18. Thank you. I really appreciate that. 1 hit. And
3?
no wound. And then the Hunter Killer does hit, because it's a Space Marine Hunter Killer, and does wound.
Yeah,
At AP 3.
Good luck,
3 or
Destroyer.
4,
That's
though.
a fail.
I think it's just D6 damage, which would be a 2. He's going to just
Yeah,
reanimate.
he's good. Yeah, he's just
That
gonna heal.
makes me sad. Now I'm going to do the Assault Cannon
Yeah.
into the Warriors, hitting on 3s. Ooh, thank goodness.
You got the
they're mine.
reroll.
Ah, yeah,
There we
very
go.
much so. And then needing 3s. They are twin linked,
They
though.
have dev wounds
So
on
I'm
this
going to
thing,
just
too.
reroll everything.
Oh, I was looking for devs.
So 3 saves.
AP1 on this
AP
thing? They
0.
got rid of it? Yeah,
AP
okay.
0.
So 1 will get through. Technomancer does not
Ooh,
help.
I've got another one.
That's 1 dead so far.
Nice. Then we got a Stormbolter that's in rapid fire range. Hitting on 3s, hit all the time. And on 4s, 2 armor saves, please.
Guys in the back.
Yeah.
And then the Technomancer. Oh, that's another one down.
And last but not least, we got the Hurricane Bolters. 24 shots from the Bolters
Oh boy.
with some rerolls and 4s, but they are twin linked. And there you go, twin linked on there. Well, that's not terrible. That'll be 10, 15, 17 saves. There's only 2 more of those warriors in cover. Let's see how many they can soak up.
So they're gonna eat Technomancer. So he's dead.
Yep.
That's 2. I got 15 to go.
Yep.
And then
He's okay.
he's gonna
He's loving it. He's just
then
taking it.
Technomancer. He's okay still.
Okay,
We
nice.
still have 12 more to go.
I like it.
Oh boy. Why has it got to be 1 guy? It only matters on a 3.
Yeah, he's just ducking behind that building. It's
8
very
more
nice.
to go. Okay, 6 more to go. These 6. These are the last 6. He's gonna keep tanking them. Okay, feel no pain from the Technomancer. Okay, now he's
Finally
dead.
goes down.
So we lost 2 Necrons there, and
Yep.
then these are 4-up saves.
Yep.
Okay, there we
Nicely
go.
done.
Lost
Awesome.
2.
Well done.
So these 2 get shot down. We're gonna use one of the Awakened Dynasty strats where they just get to heal D3 reanimate D3 wounds. +1 because there's a character, but they're warriors. They get to reroll this, so I'll knock me down to 1 command point. I misspoke when I said I had 1 earlier. I have 1 from the discard and 1 from Skari's command phase.
Yep.
So D3 +1. I'll reroll it. That's 3 warriors come back.
And then last but not least, the Crusaders do have 8 heavy bolt pistols that are in range of the Scarabs. So
Oh,
we're
yeah,
just going to
nice.
shoot them, hitting on 3s and wounding on 2s at AP1.
Can never remember their
That would
save
only
is.
be 3 at AP1.
No save.
Okay,
so we
so-
got a scare with a wound left.
Okay, if that helps me, do a little bit of damage to them, that'd be really good and prevent them from exploding. And they're a little too far from the reanimator
Yeah,
to
they're-
be relevant.
The guy in the back has got a wound left.
With that, end of my shooting phase.
Well, at the end of your shooting phase, we're going to use our Overlord Catacomb Command Barge. We're going to use this Res Orb to target the unit of warriors within 6.
Yep.
And they're going to reanimate it's once per game. They're going to reanimate D6. But
And
because
don't
they're-
we love reanimation, folks?
and
Put
because
it
they're
in the
warriors,
comments.
they get to re-roll it. Yeah, I'll gamble. 4. Okay. I'll
4
take
more.
4
That
back.
means there are going to be
16 remaining.
in the squad.
Yeah.
Nice. And with that, charge phase. Well, we're going to make Hellbrick charge in.
Yes.
There we go. Let's see. And he goes 7 inches.
I don't think I'm
he
gonna-
will definitely make it. So I'm just moving them in, and then they're just going to move around. That, get ready to charge. And then we're going to do the Land Raider. He's going to also try and charge as well. Let's go, Land Raider. And he goes 8 inches. That should be enough to just get stuck in onto this warrior.
My
And
warriors.
will allow me to move block the Lich Guard a little bit. So Hellbrick and his friends are gonna activate. I'm gonna pick +1 damage on their attacks to mitigate your unbelievable 5-up feel no pains. And everybody can attest to this on camera. And I will be using 1 command point to give Hellbrick Epic Challenge. So that'll be my 2nd command point for the turn.
Yep.
Which will allow me to try and kill that Techno Monster
Cut off
as
his head.
best I can. Yeah, so with that, let's do some attacks. So Hellbrick's just gonna go first with the Sword of the High Marshals, hitting on 2s, re-rolling thanks to
At the moment.
both a moment, and they are strength 6, so he will be wounding 3 on 3s. These are AP3, so they go straight through your armor. Ooh, that's not good at all. But it will go on your Techno Monster.
1 at a time on Mr. Techno.
Would be 2 at a time because they're
Sorry,
2 damage.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah,
So might as well do all 4.
4 damage at a time.
He takes 3, and then
And then one more. That's 2 damage.
Yeah, how many? There was 4. That's I
that's
still have
4
2
in
more
total.
sets to do.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct.
He's alive.
He's still alive.
And
finally goes down. So I got the Techno, which is a big deal.
I think it's at the end of the phase I bring him back if I want to.
It's right now.
Yeah, the Eternal Revenant, not super good to use during challenges, because even if he does get put back, he doesn't join the unit again, so his purpose over here, albeit he could help these guys out a little bit, I'd rather just save it, I guess, for some other effect. Yeah, we'll drop this guy. Okay. That's okay.
And he goes down. Now we've got the Lightning Claw, hitting on 3s with an Oath, and wounding on Strength 5, so 3s with Twin Links. So that'd be 3 at AP 2.
2, these are 6 up.
3 at AP 2.
Oh, sorry. One more. Oh, no more feel no pain. That kills 3
And
warriors.
then 2 damage each. Oh, the feel no pain is because it's the same activation. The Techno monster remains until the end of the activation.
I hate that. Ridiculous.
He hasn't died yet. We're all attacking at the same time here.
So first guy's dead.
Yep.
Second guy's dead. Third guy's dead.
Okay, so 3 go down. Then we have the Thunderhammer hitting on, I believe, 3s or 4s. 4s. 4s hit on a Thunderhammer. Ooh, all dead.
Nice.
Very, very nice. And then we'll go for, they're +1 strength. Nice.
2s.
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
So it's still the same.
6s?
Just 2 at AP 2. No,
6 ups?
no extra. These will be 3 damage each.
Oh, I'll just do a fast die roll.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the. Oh, there's 2 of them. Yeah.
3 damage each. But yeah,
So
one dead.
One dead. Then the next guy is
Dead as well. Okay, so 2 more go down. Okay, and then the 12 attacks from the Sword Brethren, hitting on 3s with an Oath. Let's go. All hit this time, which is very nice. And they are Strength 6, which does mean I need 3s because of Hellbricht, giving them some awesome times. And that will be 8 at 2 AP 2.
Oh, here's 6s. I save one of them.
And then 2 damage each. So just re-roll successes, so you roll all of them. Pick up the ones that are successful.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dead.
5, yeah. 2
And
successes.
6, 7 dead.
So 7 go down.
We're down to 4 warriors in a row. Warden, of course, we use Undying Legion again. That's my last command point. It'll be D3 plus 1 warrior standing back up.
Not re-rolling this time.
I think it's still their. I think reroll is meant. No?
No, because they're not in range of the objective.
Oh, it has to be near the objective,
Correct,
eh?
yeah.
Yeah. Fair. They'll 2 come back.
I think that's the key. Well, I got that wrong.
And they get to reroll forever.
Forever and ever.
4 come back.
Nice, nicely done. Not annoying in the slightest. Well, Hellbricht did try. I tried very hard to kill those warriors, but they're being very annoying.
Still got the Land Raider to chip a damage or 2, maybe.
Yeah, the Land Raider is gonna get involved there as well, and then we'll see what happens. Land Raider Crusader, 4s to hit. This one will not get Feel No Pain.
It gets to reroll the hits rolls.
Oh, that's right. You're my oath target. Didn't matter. 2s to wound. That would be 4 armor saves. Please kill the ones that I just brought back. Yeah, I got 1.
Yes.
That's
1
all I need. No more reanimation, and no more extra saves for that unit.
Boom.
And there you have it. I guess you get to fight me.
I'm so ready. Pile in our Necron warriors. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 fighting the Crusaders. 1 has to attack the Land Raider.
I like it.
And then the Royal Warden's going to attack the Sword Brethren.
Brethren.
This is in the Land Raider. That's a hit. Not a wound.
Okay.
And then I have 5 of them striking at the Sword Brethren. Yeah. They hit on 3s because they're
still being led.
They're still being led.
There's still 1 sneaky character inside of there.
1 wounding hit.
3 up save, and 6 up feel no pain.
And then
one of them takes a damage.
Royal Warden has 4 attacks.
Ooh.
Who hits on... Ooh, you know what? That is a heck of a question. His melee weapons hit on 2s. Yep.
Nice.
And he's strength 5. So he wounds 3 times. No AP.
Nice. 3 times, no AP on 3s. I'm okay, so one of them has taken a wound. Well, that's it for my turn. I will be getting Extend Battle Lines for 5 points, and I will be discarding a tempting target to gain a CP so that I have 2 CP for some shenanigans
On
next
my
turn.
turn 2. I'm only going to be at 1.
So I tied up the game. I did get Kill and Kill More, however.
You're winning the game.
So the primary was very good for me in terms of Purge, and with that, we're on to your turn.
My 2 new cards. I got to engage Skari on all fronts. So I got to try and get into at least 3 of the table quarters for this one to score me some points. Doable, obviously. I got a lot of MSU as well. That can make that work. And then extend our battle lines. We just got to play the game, move on to the objectives. At least one of the 3 in the middle to achieve that. So it should be relatively easy. Skari's at 13. I'm at 5 victory points. Before any end of command phase stuff, I do owe Skari a battle shock on these Necron warriors who got beat up kind of bad earlier.
They did. I don't have any negatives here.
They are going to roll a 7.
They're fine.
Which is definitely a pass on the roll.
Yeah, the warden's right there. So.
And other than that, we can go to the end of the command phase, which is scoring objectives and stuff. I think it's 4. Is it? It's
just
5
4
per.
for hold 1.
Yeah. Oh, it's just 4. That's right. And then holding.
And then
more.
hold more. You just have to hold 1, and then
Yep.
hold more is the only other thing.
I got my 1 back here for 4 victory points on the primary. I don't hold more. Definitely don't hold more. And then we're going to reanimate things. So these scarabs over here are missing some wounds. They're going to get to reanimate D3 of them. So just 1 wound back on the scarab, who took a little bit of damage earlier.
Which, by the way, we did forget that the Forge Bolter was also in range, so he shot into the scarab and killed 1 and wounded.
He did, yeah.
We did that off camera, but that
Two,
was...
2 instances of 2 damage. The heavy destroyer in the back, who's missing a couple damage, is going to heal up to full, which is not really a surprise, I suppose. And then the last thing would be these Necron warriors are going to heal just D3, but they get to reroll it, see if they get a little bit more back. Yeah, I'll reroll a 3. Okay, we got 2 still. Movement phase here. I do have to obviously deal with Helbrecht and his sword brethren. So
You do.
Best bet is to try and send the Lich Guard over that direction. We can fall back and shoot with the Royal Warden in his
I hope
squad.
I can trap you, though, with my no escape strat. So it's going to come down to a
Okay,
4
there is.
plus.
It's fair. Okay, I figured there's something like that in there. It's going to be a little. If you do get that, that means I'm going to retreat with them right away, just to figure out
Just to see if you can or you can't, depending
I
on...
will declare a fallback with my
Okay,
Necron warriors.
so I will use one of my 2 CP. This is part of my strategy. So the way it works is it's on a 4 plus, you cannot fall back.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
However, if I fail it, you can, but every model takes a desperate escape test.
That's fine too. Yeah.
Okay? And if I was using the accept any challenge vow, it would be on a 3 plus.
Gotcha.
But
A lot relies on this 4-up roll here.
Correct.
This is a very heavy roll.
And
this early
the
in
way I
game.
did it, if you put it top down, you can see like I put the Land Raider in a position to kind of block the Lich Guard. So if I do hold you in combat, it means that you won't be able to charge me with the Lich Guard unless you go all the way around, which would make it really hard. So that's
the plan.
okay. 1 CP, no escape, Xenos.
Excellent. Good. So we're stuck fighting, which is not good for them. It's going to be hard to wiggle ourselves out of that position. It does change up my plans drastically, but it means I can put my command points elsewhere this turn, maybe. And then the rest of my movement is going to be the Locust taking up a position on the hill, putting pressure on Crusaders, and then just having these warriors kind of sweep up a little bit here, knocking that over. I might sudden storm them, though I might not. That's kind of where I'm debating on putting my command point. Well, we're done moving. We decided to move our Lich Guard up, the Reanimator up and over as well. We're just going to try and dogpile this Land Raider over the best. Our Overlord is just going to charge into it as well. And he's got 11 wounds left. It's going to be a little difficult to deal with the Feel No Pain on top of it. Our Heavy Destroyers. This one stood still. We're tucked into the woods a little bit further. This one backed up just to try and zone out the Inceptors from back here.
3-inch deep strike.
Oh, well, then I can't do much about that.
Yeah.
So he's going to sit back there anyways and then just shoot at the Redemptor anyway. So we're just going to... They got eyes on the Redemptor. These Destroyers, a few more of them took a position on the top of the hill. They're going to shoot at the Crusaders most likely, or maybe shoot over here against the Land Raider if that proves to be a necessity, even though it's going to be -1 to hit. And then, yeah, these warriors advance forward, but not really committing too far because I don't want to be... well, I mean, you can still advance and charge me.
That Grimaldus, I do have a thing where if I do lose any of the Crusaders, I can spend a CP to move D6 inches.
Okay, yep, fair.
To basically forward. So that it's called Devout Push, and it allows me to get a little closer as well.
That is about it for my movement, other than the Reanimator over here as well. We're good to go to the shooting phase. We're at the... figure out how I want to divvy this up. I'm going to do the heavy destroyers first just to try and take out this dreadnought.
Yeah, makes sense.
We're going to start with this heavy destroyer, taking a shot at the Redemptor dreadnought, because if this guy misses or does no damage, it changes up how the rest of my shooting is going to go.
Yes, because I only have 7 wounds remaining on that Redemptor dreadnought.
He misses.
He does.
He only reroll wound. I think he only rerolls wound rolls. Now we're going to move on to the other heavy destroyers. We're going to try and take a shot at the side of this Land Raider instead, just to try and get a little bit of damage off of it. It's 1 shot with a -1 to hit, but if I get a 6, it's a wound. It hits, though.
Nice.
It's still your T14?
T12 on a land.
So 3 to wound here.
Nothing too crazy.
Oh, it does wound. Right, -4, so you should just
So
have
6
a...
up.
6 up, yep.
Nope, goes through. That's
6
just
damage?
straight up 6 damage.
Yeah. He's got 11 wounds left.
He does. Thank goodness for that Tech Marine.
Yes.
Really helping out.
Oh,
I
and
take
2.
4.
All right.
So I'm just down to 7 remaining. That's not bad. Still alive, though.
Doable. The command barge is going to put the ghost cannon shots into the Land Raider. Hopefully get lucky. These aren't super effective against it. 6 is wound, though. We've got a couple hits. Because he does hit on 3. He hits on 2. No, he hits on 3, so that's going to be a miss because of big guns. And does it wound? No. Moving on to the Reanimator. He's got 2 Atomizer beams that are 3 shots each. We are hitting on 5s because of big guns. We got a hit, and we need a 6 to wound.
Is it not lethal?
No, these are not lethal.
Nothing.
I'm going to try and get a couple of extra damage against this Land Raider with my destroyers.
You want to get rid of it.
I would, if I could. Well, if I could just kill, I'm not going to realistically. But if I get lucky enough to destroy
with
it,
the Lich Guard, you know what I mean? Like,
if I could kill it with this shooting and then have a gap for the Lich Guard to get through, that'd be spicy. I would love that. That would be
very
amazing. We have 3 of them that are close enough to get to reroll hit rolls of 1 because the Land Raider is the closest eligible target. The 3 on this side have the Redemptor as the closest. So,
but they are gonna all shoot at the Land.
they're all going to fire at the Land Raider. I'm just going to do these 3 first, and you're going to get cover against all the shots as well.
Yep.
So they should be 3 shots per guy. So it's going to be 9 shots initially.
It's a decent amount of DACA.
That get to reroll 1s to hit. They're lethal on top of that.
Nice.
I don't think I need to use a strat here. They're not being led by anything, not half range, so yeah. I'm gonna reroll this one miss, I guess.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, no lethals and no rerolls. So
That's from
these,
the first unit.
yeah, these are 6 to wound. I'm just gonna go to the wound, nothing.
And then the second batch.
They would have been hitting on 4s, but none of those did any damage. I have no lethals and no rerolls to 1.
Yep.
And 2 wounds. You have a 3-up save because you have cover.
That's right. 2 3-ups. That'll be
Nothing.
completely okay. The Land Raider holds.
Cover protects both.
That's right.
All I have left is charging to try and clean up this Land Raider a little bit. So we're going to go Barge and Lich Guard into the Land Raider. We'll start with the Barge.
I can't Overwatch because I'm in combat.
Boop. We'll go 9. We'll go right into him, and the Lich Guard are going to roll up to 8.
Nice.
We're going to throw in the boop. And as the Barge goes in, we are going to use a command point to tank shock it. I can't possibly kill it, so I'm just going to go ahead and put the Lich Guard in there as well.
Yeah, I guess it would be alive with 1 wound remaining if you rolled all 6 mortal wounds.
Now, because I charged with the Lich Guard first and not the Reanimator won't be able to actually charge.
Because you rolled really high.
I rolled really high. I didn't really want him to charge anyways, but I was thinking, you know what, it'd be a good option if it comes
a
up.
couple extra attacks, or it forces me to get a -1 if I don't want to fall back next turn, whatever.
True. All right, we're going to go ahead and do the tank shock now.
You're at 0 CP now.
I'm 0.
Okay.
0. I'm hoping that I don't need the +1 wound on the Lich Guard here. But I'm just banking on luck. 2 wounds there, 2
Okay,
morals.
I got a 6-up because I uphold the honor. Yeah,
nice.
I take 1.
got 6
down to
remaining.
6 wounds remaining.
Let's see if the Barge can take out this...
Come on, Land Raider, you've been in service for so long, literally. You have more dust than paint.
He does hit on 2s with his Lord's Blade, and 6s are devastating, but otherwise he wounds on 5s.
Nice.
Right?
Because of strength 8, yeah.
He's strength 8. Oh, 2 wounds, -2 or 3. -3 on that one.
Ooh, so 5-ups.
5-ups, 2 damage per. There's, there's 2 of them. 2
Okay.
damage.
So 2 damage on 6s. I will take both. I'm down to 4 wounds remaining on the Land Raider. He's still alive.
I assume you don't want to
Surprisingly
do any
enough.
interrupt or
I'm
anything
not
like that, yeah.
interrupting. The fight that's... Oh, I do have to pick what I'm going for.
Right.
The Sword Brethren are going for a +1 attack this time.
To try and finish off the
Just
warriors.
to try and kill all those warriors because of the fact that Technomancer is now dead, so I can... So going in, sniping the Technomancer, holding the unit, and then fighting in your turn, I think was like the right sort of like plan for the Black Templars there.
You just got that 4-up. That made
I
it
did,
all
I
come
did.
together, yes.
Then again, you made so many saves. I'm going to take that 4-up and be very happy about it.
Absolutely. Let's do the Lich Guard. Decided they're going to fight next. I'm going to do the Overlord in the unit, though. He's got a Void Sight, so he's got 1 less attack, but strength 12, 3 damage
Oh,
instead.
I know. I love Void Sides.
Oh!
Really good.
He hits all 3 times, and they're
Uh-oh.
forced to wound.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. I'll cheat and count that as a 6. That's 3 devastating wounds and -3.
I'll take the save. Nope,
That's
that'll be 6
6
damage.
damage.
Does the Emperor protect? No, it
Does it
will go down.
explode, though?
Does it explode and do a bunch of damage to everybody? No. Okay. My Land Raider has done its job
He did.
very nicely.
Bought time for the Sword Brothers.
That is correct.
No real consolidation. So
Well, let's do some Sword Brethren action. So this time we're going to begin with the 3 Sword Brethren that just
Carve
have
up the warriors.
swords.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to try and carve up the warriors here.
I don't got much left there.
Hitting on 3s, and you're still oathed. Wounding on 3s with no rerolls here. So that'd be 7 at AP 2.
6-ups. I save 0 of those. That's pretty much them dead, but I mean, you might as well go through the rest of the attacks. I think I have a couple warriors left. Yeah, 1 warrior left.
Okay, there are 2 left. So Lightning Claw is gonna go because he gets the reroll.
Yeah.
Reroll wounds. So far, that is going to be 4 at AP2, but it's 2 at a time here, I guess. Unless, 1. So
Now,
2,
there's-
that'll kill the squad.
This is on the Warden. He takes
and
damage.
he takes 1 damage.
He's got 3 left. So that will finish off all of these Necron warriors with these. And then we have the 3 wounds left on the Royal Warden here. He's got to deal with the Thunderhammer and
all
the High
of
Marshal.
All of Helbricht. Let's go. So, Thunderhammer time.
Yep.
I just get 3 attacks on 4s. I basically need 1 6 to just not have to roll a single dice. Well, that's 2 at AP2.
He's got 3 up saved.
So 5 ups.
Makes both.
Oh my goodness, you're making me attack with Helbricht.
I was willing to pull him. I was willing to pull him. We don't have to go through all these dice
That's
rolls.
no problem. Helbricht will go with his 12 attacks, because that's what I would have done. And Helbricht hits on 2s with rerolls. And what's your toughness, Mr.?
He's 5. Yes.
Okay, so toughness. So that'd be on 3s. And these are AP3. So that'd be 9.
Here's a handful of dice. He's dead.
It was close though. You passed a decent amount of saves on the unit. I'm not going to pile in or consolidate because of the fact that they're nice and close, and that gives me 2 kills.
Yes, you're already winning on that.
I've already gotten kill more. Well,
Yeah.
with that, I think that's the end of the Black Templar turn.
I mean, Necron turn.
Oh, it felt like a Black
Yes,
Templar.
exactly. Out of all of those rolls we did, only one of those really mattered. I like
Yes,
that.
the 4-up.
The 4-up, yes. Why roll hundreds of dice when you could do so much work
We
with
could
one
have just
dice?
we could have just on a 4-up I win.
Let's for scoring. I do get extend my battle line.
You do.
We got that guy back here. We got 1 destroyer hanging out over here. The other one is engaged on our front. We're gonna get rid of that for a command point. So we'll go to at least 2 for defensive actions on Skari's turn.
And that's that.
That's that.
Well, this time I got behind enemy lines. I was considering I have my Inceptors in reserve. It's
That's
going to be
good.
perfect to drop them down. They could also do deploy teleport homers, which is my second card, which is like a 2-for-1,
That's
which is
awesome.
fantastic.
That's perfect.
It's like a perfect storm there. However, I might need their plasma guns because I really want to take out or at least really damage the destroyer unit. But hopefully that dreadnought can kind of get involved. So other than that, let's go into my turn 2. I think this goes without saying, but I have 1 turn to do this.
Oh,
So
the
I'm
moment-
going to oath your Lich Guard.
Ooh, okay. Well,
Okay.
hopefully they're durable enough to hold. If
I'm
not,
going to oath
well,
your Lich Guard, and I'm going to spend a command point to give my... Grimaldus is going to pick the Feel No Pain once again.
Yeah.
But I am going to go ahead and do Fervent Acclamation. So I'm going to be picking the Lethal Hits vow,
right.
because there's one that gives me lethal hits.
Oh, like they get to affect. They have 2 vows for
Correct,
this turn.
and I'm
Yeah,
going to
gotcha,
pick
gotcha.
Grimaldus's unit
Yeah.
to get that as well. Actually, they get rerolls. Yes, that one, because then that. So ideally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge into a Lich Guard. I'm going to try and do as much damage as humanly possible this turn,
Yeah.
just to try and get them out of the game, while the Dreadnought moves up this way and tries to engage and tie up the destroyers to
Yeah, I
do
was
that
gonna
as
say
well.
if you charge them, I got no interaction with that. They're out of here.
Yeah,
Effectively.
so trying to make that happen. I do have my Tech Marine. He's going to try and chant a prayer to the Machine Spirit, and he just heals.
I was gonna say try. He does it automatically.
Well, you never know. He might anger the Machine Spirit. You know, in that case, it was like,
If only they had such mechanics.
You know, the Machine Spirit turns around. How dare you?
you?
And with that, if we go to the top-down view, as you can see, we're going to basically move them. They're going to essentially move sideways up this way. The Dreadnought's going to directly move here. At the start of the turn, I will already have my kill, and I do hold 1, 2, and 3 objectives
I only got the 2.
for a hold more. So that's
8 more
that's
points. You're crushing me on primary here.
Yeah,
You're about to crush
that's
me
12,
on the field
that's
too.
12 more points.
That's a
because
lot
I
of
also have
points,
my
yeah.
kill already.
Oh, true.
And it's already kill more, even
Yes.
if I don't kill it.
You just end your turn and just essentially win the game in
16
points alone.
Points.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, who knew that you could do that against Necrons? Yeah, this happens. When you have like little characters in every single unit,
Yeah.
it's like everyone counts as a
Correct.
kill.
Yep.
So in this mission, it can be tough for that. But we randomly determine the mission.
This is my favorite mission.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
always
fun.
happy to see a turn.
Just kill stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Other than that, we'll come back after the movement phase. So that's the basic movement. So the whole Crusader squad has kind of had to sidestep across these scarabs. The Dreadnought has moved up to engage the destroyers. The Sword Brethren have moved up to engage the Lich Guard, and then I did advance the Heavy Intercessors to get them in range of this objective. They do have assault weapons, so they can shoot. And then the Infiltrators have stayed put because they can shoot at scarabs, and they get +1 to hit with their heavy carbines. Okay, so with that, it's Inceptor time. And there you have it. They drop down in a position to get my behind enemy lines. Depending on how I'm feeling as the shooting phase goes over, they might just deploy a teleport homer. But we'll see. We'll see about that. And with that, shooting phase time. We're going to begin with the 5 intercessors, infiltrators, shooting at some scarabs.
Pop, pop, pop.
So we just hit on 2s because I did stay still. And I wound on 2s because you're tough to do. No ignore cover or anything here. So
No AP on their attacks either.
No AP. It's just 8 damage.
I owe you 6-up saves. That's all they got.
Well, one has a 5-up though, but
Oh, I'll take the 6-ups, whatever. Okay. It's gonna kill them both.
okay. Up. So here we have the Tech Marine. He's going to shoot into the Heavy Destroyer. Let's see if we can do some damage to him. So hitting on 2s.
Forge Bolter.
And on 6s, oh 5, sorry. 1 at AP 1.
I really do like the new Tech Marine. I like that. I don't know,
he's-
something about that
he's
little
really
Forge
cool.
Bolter.
Yeah, it's like nice. It's like a little heavy bolter he just has on his. Yeah, it's not. It's
like,
good. It's
he's
not
not-
sustained or anything, but it's like a heavy bolter.
He's
It's
not
cool.
really paying attention to it. It's just automated.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's an enemy over there. You know what it reminds me of? You get like little Paxton Helldivers. It shoots out like a little robot and it's got a little gun attached to it. It's like, doo-doo-doo. It's kind of fun.
Nice. Yeah, Tech Marine. Time for this Redemptor Dreadnought to shoot.
It's Redemptor o'clock.
His Redemptor O'Clock. He's going to split his fire. Plasma Cannon going to be going into that Heavy Destroyer. And then we've got the other one taking basically all the other guns.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do the Plasma Cannon. I'm not going to overcharge it. So 7 shots.
Ooh, it's a good shot.
Not terrible. He is hitting on 2s now because my Tech Marine prayed, which is nice. And then needing 3s. That'd be 3 at AP 3. You aren't covered because there's a
yeah.
big tree in the way.
So these are going to be 5-ups then.
Mhm.
I say one
be
of them. However, he
2
is
damage
dead.
each.
Kaboom, kaboom.
Everything else we've got into the other one. So I'll do a little Storm Bolter. Hits on 2s, wounds on 5s with Twin Linked. No save there. Then we have the Icarus Pod. 1 shot. Hits on 2s, wounds on 2s because you fly. 1 at AP 1, but you're in cover.
3-up with the cover. That's 2 damage. We got 2 wounds
Just
left.
2 damage there. And then we've got my little Onslaught Gatling Cannon hitting on 2s. And this is a strength 5, so needing 5s, but dev wounds as well. So just 1 more armor save,
Hey,
and that's it.
we're okay.
Okay, he's got 2 wounds remaining.
Just like last.
Just like last time. So now we're going to go ahead and do Hellbrick's unit into the Lich Guard.
Grenades
It's
or
about
anything,
time.
or no?
I'm going to, if you decide, I'd probably do it with Grimaldus' unit if I need to. But it's fine. I know the other one's closer and stuff, but you know, at least it forces, you're going to take casualties from that, and it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. So let's go ahead and do Hellbrick's Ferocity.
Fancy combi weapon.
And that's, yeah. So that needs a -1 to hit. So
that unit is stealth, but you have a reflex
correct.
as
So
well.
2 hit there. And
4-up anti-infantry.
4 up anti-infantry with dev wounds.
Oh, wow.
Nothing. So that didn't do anything. So let's do the two flamers. That's 4 hits. Strength 4 on your toughness 5.
Yep.
So 2 saves at no AP.
Just 3-up saves on them. Double pass.
No problem. Then we have a plasma pistol. I'm not going to overcharge it. 1 hit, 1 invulnerable save.
Invulnerable save. Shield up. The shield's up.
Okay, and then we have 1 heavy bolt pistol, which will miss, but you are.
Nope. Okay.
It will definitely
Jeez.
miss. And that's it. Time to do some grenades. Grimaldus is definitely going to toss a grenade at you.
Oh, yeah, fair. So that's your last command point?
That I didn't use another one.
I used one earlier for them to get lethal hits.
Oh, that's right. It is my last command point
Yeah.
for that. Yeah, 100%. You take 1 damage.
I got nothing against it. Just one.
Nope, just 1. There's a whole bunch of Crusaders shooting
Yep.
at you. So 8 Neophytes hitting on 4s.
Reroll, though.
Yeah, because of you do have stealth. And then winning on 5s. So that's 1 arm save with no AP.
The 3-up armor. That is going to be
You are
okay.
okay. Then we have the 2 Pyre Blasters. That's 6 hits. These are strength 5s on 4s, because now you only get the -1 to wound if it's higher strength, I believe.
It has to be, yeah, they got rid of the, that was definitely like always a typo.
1 more armor save with
Yeah.
no AP from that, please.
Oh, sorry. 3-up.
Just straight up.
We're okay.
And then we have a couple of heavy bolt pistols. I do have 1 Pyre Pistol from the Sword Brethren in the unit. That's 5 hits. These will need 5s. 1 more armor save from that.
3-up. Oh, what's the damage?
Oh, yeah, I got him. 1 guy goes down. 1 Lich Guard finally falls. And then 9 heavy bolt pistols. These need 4s to hit because of all the shenanigans. And needing 5s to wound. Nothing there,
Okay.
which does leave Grimaldus' plasma pistol. Does he hit? He does. Does it wound? It does not because of the -1.
Yep.
Hazardous roll. He is okay. Last but not least, the heavy intercessors do have 30-inch range, so they are all the way in range of the heavy destroyer, who has 2 wounds remaining. So I'm going to try and just, you know, take off the last wounds, hitting on 3s because they did advance, but they do have assault guns. Oh, that's only 3 misses, not bad. And then they do need 5s to wound. At AP 1, that'll be 2.
Uh-oh.
That's just 3 ups, though, because you're in cover. There's a hill in the way and all that good stuff.
Oh, 1 wound left.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were going to shoot my Lich Guard with them, so I held back on my Undying Legion strat to try to mitigate some of that damage.
No, I didn't. I was hoping to do more damage to the.
I know.
to
Why
the
was
Lich
the
Guard, right?
Yeah, jeez.
So,
I'm going to go to the combat. I'm not going to use the orb on one model. I'm going to go to the combat phase with 1 less than Gambit, I guess.
there you go. So the Dreadnought over here needs a 5 to be able to clear this little cliff as he jumps up there.
The dark part of me wants to Overwatch this, if he makes it. Whatever,
Right.
I'll probably go
It
for
has
it
to-
anyway.
It has to happen.
Yeah.
Does he make it? He does.
Perfect. He needed a 5 to make it.
I did.
I'll Overwatch him.
Everybody should be
Only
able to
5.
see.
This guy can't see.
Nah, I'm pretty. I can see him. I can see him with my little tippy tip.
Well, on their Overwatch, they do get to reroll once to hit still if they're the nearest. However,
Bring
one
it
of
on. Bring
the
it on,
models
Luka.
is
Bring
not
it
the
on.
nearest.
Bring
So
it on.
him
I'm just gonna
first.
interrupt him.
Nothing. These are 6s. Hey, but they're also
Rerolling ones,
lethal.
though?
I got
Ooh,
a
3.
single. 4 rerolls.
It's not bad, but 3 already wounded. It's pretty good.
Yep. They're only 1 damage against your Redemptor.
AP 2 though?
Yes.
No, they're not. They're they're 2
They're
damage.
just flat 2, yeah.
So 3s thanks to the little 2 damage and fail pits.
Make 1.
Just 2. So he's down to 6 remaining.
Okay, that gives
He
me
doesn't
some
make
hope
it
for
a
later.
That is one of your 2 CP, however.
I got 1 left.
And he just
Hello.
charges into there.
What a
Done.
big guy.
Look at him go. Tying stuff up. Good job. Okay, well, I'm going to send Helbrecht and his lads.
Helbrecht in first. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
Into just the Lich Guard.
They hold.
I go 10 inches.
Welcome.
That does give me a decent amount of space to move around.
You didn't want to go to the barge, right?
No.
Okay, fair.
So I'm going to go something like this.
Hoi.
And then he's just basically going to base like right here. And then I do have to move these guys like 10 inches. So
They can
I'm
just
going
go
to
there,
go here
there.
and
Yep.
here.
Yep.
And then I think one of them will go here. And I'm not sure if he can make it all the way around. But
Maybe,
if he can, I will try to make it all the way around. Oh, yeah, he definitely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I leave enough room for like a base of
Yep.
something to go.
That way,
in
in case you
there.
roll like poopy bad. Yep.
Correct. Just so I don't have to worry about that.
Whew.
Okay.
I'm nervous for these Lich Guard. If they break, they break. That's it.
The shield wall might break.
Yeah.
Okay, then Grimaldus is gonna try and get all of his friends in. Oh, roll an 11.
Welcome.
Okay. Well, let's go. Okay, so let's go. 11 inches.
Go up and
brings
around.
Grimaldus
Yep.
all the way around.
Hello.
Hey, and then that will bring everybody in the fight into the fight.
Hate to see that.
That is very exciting. It's gonna be a big, convoluted mess.
Yes.
Which is fun. We'll come back when I'm. There you have it. Grimaldus and all 20 Crusaders decided to get really
Who are
stuck in
lethal with rerolls.
with lethal and full rerolls.
Yes.
So I am going to go ahead and start this fight, and I'm going to start with Grimaldus and friends because depending on how you pull the Lich Guard,
Yeah.
I can always pile in the Sword Brethren around Helbrecht to fight the Lich Guard, so I don't have to like worry
Gotcha.
about you pulling guys out of combat too much. So let's do some. This is like 120 chainsword attacks.
Okay, here we go.
Well, I piled in.
Yes.
There are 3 neophytes that won't get to fight. The
an
2
insane
Pyre
amount of
Blasters. I know, 5 chainsword attacks each. So I'm going to start with the 2 Power Fists. So they do hit on 4s.
Lethal.
Sorry, they hit on 3s, but with lethal and rerolls. So that is no lethals so far. 1 lethal so far, sorry. And then a reroll for Oath or Grimaldus. And then they need 4s to wound here.
Normally they're 3s.
Normally 3. So that'd be 4 saves so far, but I'm going to add Grimaldus in because these are all 2 damage.
Gotcha.
So, and then my Sword Brethren are going to be picking +1 damage for their.
Oh, yeah, of course,
So I
of
have to
course.
pick
Yeah,
that. And then rerolls. So Grimaldus also does 1 lethal, and then he also needs 4s as well. So that's 1 extra. So that would be 6 invulnerable saves, please.
Well, I'm not going to bother re-rolling any of this. I'm just going to, first of all, I don't have the command points, dude.
Correct. It is the Vox static.
Oh, blah. So we're just hoping to get good dice here. That's not bad. I lose
Okay.
3 Lich Guards so far.
3 of them go down, and now all the chainswords. Okay, so as now I'm just gonna do the power weapon from the Sword Brethren. So he does hit.
He's got 1 power weapon.
I'm just going to re-roll everything to look for some lethals.
Yep.
No, and it's strength 5, so this needs 4. So 2 just regular invul saves. Yeah, nothing too crazy.
What?
Ooh.
The dead Lich Guard. That's 4
Good
dead.
job, power axe, nicely done. Well, with all the chainsword, it will be only 60 chainsword attacks.
Okay.
Because I am missing a few of them in there.
Yeah,
So
gotcha.
it's 7 plus 5. So 12 times 5.
It's just
Yeah, hitting on 3. So I've got a couple of lethals. I'm just gonna do rerolls here because
Just gonna
of
fish
the-
for it. Yeah, I would do
just
the
gonna
same thing
fish for
too.
lethals,
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I might as well.
You're rooting me
Bring
on
it on
5s.
This is the first batch, and then I'm gonna roll the second batch off camera because it's just rolling.
Yeah.
So 15 wounds so far out of the first volley, and these are the second 30. Well, it's not terrible. I'm looking for lethals.
We got 4 lethals in that first one plus.
Just one more.
Okay, so
Nothing
5
too
lethals
crazy.
there. So we're at 20 so far.
And last wounding volley on 5s, so that's be 22, just 23 at AP 1.
23. So that is over the average to kill him. Won't kill the character, but it will kill the Lich Guard.
How many are left?
I think 5. Yep, 5.
Oh,
Yep.
oh right, because the 2 damage
Yep.
attacks did some damage.
So it's kind of funny because I was debating on keeping that one guy, or using the strat on that one guy earlier, but I got some damage out of the Overwatch, I guess.
Yep.
Unless I roll exceptionally well here. Hey, so we're gonna lose.
Not bad, actually.
1, 2, 3,
Only
4.
4.
However, that's 20 of the saves.
Oh, okay.
So I still owe you 3 more.
Okay.
So we have one guy left
One guy left
who is
alive with the
Yeah, I
wound.
guess no
we
matter
can
what
count
that-
those as
yeah,
alive.
yeah.
So he's alive with a single wound.
which will let me reanimate
It will definitely
for
let
a
you
command
reanimate.
point
So that's what you're gonna do, but it's 2d3
because of
plus
the reanimate. Just
1.
2d3. Yeah, it is 2d3 plus 1 because the character.
And is it each one is plus 1, or is it just the one from
This
the
is
strat?
1 from the strat. So this is the plus 1. So that's 3
3.
plus 4. Okay,
Okay.
that's 2 guys come back.
Yep. And one has a wound. Behold the might of the chainsword.
Yeah, we're left with 3 Lich Guard. Of them, 1 is wounded.
Okay. So now it's a sword brethren turn.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pile in. I'm not going to consolidate with anybody else because I need to make
You
sure
need the
I have
space,
enough
yeah.
space and room. And then they just go like this,
Oof, I'm gonna need to get uber lucky to keep these
like
Lich Guard
this.
alive.
And the lightning claw sadly is going to be not in range to
That's
be in combat. Okay.
Not the worst.
So with that, let's do some attacks. Okay, so these need 3s to hit. No lethals or anything on here. So I do get my... These are just the basic swords. That's 12 attacks, or 12 hits. And these need 4.
Yep.
So 4's to wound. So that's not bad. So drop 5. So it'd be 7 saves.
So here's 3.
And
Oh,
it-
7 saves?
7
Okay.
and AP2.
They're all dead. Boom. I got them.
I
They're all
got
2
it.
damage each.
Okay,
right? Yeah.
and then we still
Up, up, up.
have...
That failed just 3, right?
Yes.
Okay, well then Grimaldus can muck the character.
Go Grimaldus. I want to roll it, though.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's go, Helbricht. Let's see if you can bring down. I do have a Thunderhammer just in case, but
Just have to-
12 attacks.
They all hit.
They're normally strength 6, so which would need normally a 4, but I'm strength 7, so it'd be a 3. But you're still with Lich Guard technically, so a 4. So these would be on 4s, and I dropped 5 of them, so that would be 6 saves. No, I dropped 6 of them, sorry. 6 saves at AP2 at 2 damage each.
He does take 1 less damage for being an overlord.
Sad. So he's gonna take
2.
He's gonna take 2 damage,
Yeah.
and then I guess the Thunderhammer will have to go. So Thunderhammer
Nice.
hits all 3 times, and he does also need, well, just 1 more.
Oh, 1 less damage.
No, not 1 more. I need 4s.
Yeah,
Pretty-
I thought it might
yeah,
have been
that's
4s.
fine.
Yeah.
He literally does nothing. So you did survive, Mr. Guy. So I'm gonna pile in
But part of me is a little disappointed.
with the Lich Guard.
Everything.
Last but not least, my Redempted Dreadnought hitting on 2s because he did a.
Clean him up.
That's right, and then he is wounding on 2s because he's high strength here.
Yep. As long as he's 12.
He should be 12.
Yep.
Check. Hold on, let me just check. Yes, he is 12. AP2, 3 damage each.
You kill 4 of them.
Okay.
Spicy.
4 of them go down. And that's the Dreadnought just rampaging across the hill. And I should be within 4 inches of that one, I hope. So I can continue to tie them up. That yes?
Works for me.
Okay, so if you just move him his 3.
Oh!
Oh no! He's lost his torso.
You'll be just
Yeah,
within
just
about
not
half
in
an
base to base, so you'll
Yep.
get to move around, and then you get to fight me back.
They won't do much. I'll pass on their attacks. I'll do the Overlord over there, though. We might as well see what this Overlord can accomplish here. I'll just try and have some fun taking out the... they're 3 wounds each, eh?
They are 3.
Yeah, I'll go for that sword, brethren. Whatever. Take us
I do have a CP left, I believe.
You do.
What's your AP?
He's got AP3 on the Void Scythe. He's got the Void Scythe, so he's got 3 attacks, AP3 that are 3 damage.
Okay, I am going to Armor Contempt for the first time to try and keep them alive.
If it was AP4, would it change your mind? Nope, it's AP3.
It probably wouldn't, because it would go from no save to a 6-up save.
Oh, perfect. Good. Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to see if I can accomplish anything neat with him. He's not leading a unit, so he hits on, not that 2. And he wounds on 2s. AP2 now.
Okay, so 5-up saves.
Yep.
I'll start with the Thunderhammer guy, and then I'll go to just a
One of them was
regular dude.
wounded. I think it was the Thunderhammer
Yep,
guy.
it's the little dices there. So 5-ups. Nope.
And
Okay.
then 3 damage each.
Feel no pains. 6-up on the Thunderhammer guy. Oh, he just goes down.
Whoosh.
And then on the 1 power sword, he lives with a wound
Do you ever
remaining.
take anything but the feel no pain?
Realistic.
Generally, I guess, or
No, not in the lists I build.
Gotcha.
Because normally I like having there's a relic called 10 Houses Bones. So I usually take a Castellan with the Sword Brethren.
Okay.
And then the 10 Houses Bones gives that unit a 5-up feel no pain when you have.
I mean, I would take the feel no pain myself.
Yeah. So
Clearly.
I like the feel no pain, but you have
Yeah.
to take it for that enhancement to like have a full effect.
Right.
Which then gives you sort of like a better chance at surviving. And then if you want, you could actually do 2 big bricks of 20 Crusaders, have one with Grimaldus with a 5-up, and then have a secondary one with a 5-up. Or another popular one is you take a big 10-strong unit of Assault Terminators with Thunderhammer Storm Shields for the 4 wounds each.
Yeah.
And then put a captain in there,
Thick.
or a chaplain with a 5-up feel no pain, which makes them really tough to
I
get
like
rid
that.
of.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, so uphold the honor of the Emperor.
I love the Templar.
I like it. And back in the day, it was accept any challenge. Like over the editions, it's been different ones.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that in post game, which you can find over in the vault.
Vault members, don't forget we have more Warhammer 40k at the links down below. Also, if you're a paid YouTube member, we're to be thrown down Astra Militarum versus Imperial Knights, 2,000 points. Check it out, and yeah, have a good time.
Well, that was another good turn for the
That
Templars.
was a spicy turn for the
That
Templar,
was-
absolutely. Just
so-
carving through me like I'm not a butter. Hot, like softened butter in the microwave, and you're a hot knife already.
Let's just say that chainswords are the solution to everything.
That's a way, especially when you got
You
that
want to
many
win?
chainsword
Bring more
attacks.
chainswords and more pistols.
60 attacks.
Yeah, well,
That's a fancy number.
that's a lot. It's a lot of attacks. So with that, though, I will be getting both of my cards because I decided not to shoot the Inceptors to make sure that they got deployed teleport homers. So I will be getting a baby behind enemy lines and a
3
deployed
points?
teleport homers as
That's
well.
5 points for my territory. That's 8 points in secondaries.
8 point seconds. I got kill more,
Absolutely.
hold
Hold
more. So I got 16 points on primary that turn, and you got a kill and a hold. So you got 8.
I do have to adjust the scores, but I'll be right back with what they are at the end of this second battle round. Figured we'd show you guys the score sheet. I use it all the time for Sigmar and 40k. Skari's player 2 on player 1. He already has a monumental 37 victory points. As you can see, I am at, well, I guess the score here, I'm at 18, so he's got more than twice my score. I used the first 2 D10s as the primaries, the second row is secondaries, and then if I feel like doing tertiaries or not, the third column there, the third row. But, I mean, I'll throw in the towel there because, unfortunately,
You phase out. Isn't that that was a thing from back in the
If
day?
I could get that back,
This
I
was
would.
a phase out.
I would do whatever I could to get that back. Anything to get those rules back. They were
I
some of my
think
favorite.
we've met the requirements for this game.
Oh, absolutely. Technically, if you're unaware, if you're like a newer wargamer for 40k, the Necrons used to have a rule back in 3rd edition called phase out. If they were reduced to a quarter or less of their starting number of models, game was over. They automatically lost.
It was the first question you'd ask is,
What's your phase out number? Yeah.
That's right. And
Well,
then
it's like playing Lord of the Rings. It's almost the exact same thing as playing Lord of the Rings because the game would end at a quarter for some of the missions as well.
yeah. Other than that, well, it makes sense. Thanks for the game, Luka.
No problem, dude.
That was a good slobber knocker of a match. I think High Marshal Helbrecht like staked his ground. It was this is the hill I'm gonna make my fight on.
Realistically, that game came down to that D6 roll and the 4-up.
It did.
Because those Lich Guard could have, at the same time, mucked up High Marshal
100%.
and that unit,
It
and then
came
I would
down
only have to worry about that.
no escape stratagem.
I didn't know the game was over when that happened, but I was pretty sure the game was over when that happened. The way I had the tempo, it's really set the tempo of the game. And I could scramble around to get a few more points here and there, but
The fun stuff happened. We had the fight of Helbrecht versus
the Lich Guard and the
Lich
Overlord,
Guard and the whole squad of warriors. It's like literally Helbrecht grabbed the entire army on his shoulder.
Well, he literally just like parry, chop off head, parry, chop off head, right? Like, who's the next challenger?
The High
he's
Marshal.
He's the High Marshal, baby.
Yeah,
Come on, that's what it
he's
is.
a monster, and I love him.
But Skari and I are going to have a post-game chat. It's going to be like a podcast, essentially. We're going to talk about this game, 40k in general, old Black Templar stuff, old Necron stuff. We always end up getting into that stuff. It's going to be for our YouTube and our Vault members. They just show our support and our love for their support for MiniWarGaming that allows us to continue making content for free on YouTube for all of our viewers on YouTube.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you over on the Vault. You can always sign up for a 7-day free trial.
Absolutely.
And the links are all down in the description. Don't forget, cool terrain sets. The link is also down in the description as well.
It looks so good from the top down.
It does.
My gosh.
It looks really nice.
I didn't consider how good that would look.
It was really nice. And it's very easy. Like, the hills are really easy to play on because you're not, like, you don't slide down.
Yeah,
You know
well,
what I mean?
they're
Like, they have enough like give that they like hold onto the models.
and
which is neat.
they're not oversized to make them unplayable. You know, there's like coherency limitations. You can still engage things at the bottom level of the hill and stuff like that. So it works quite well.
Yeah.
You know, consider checking it out again. MiniWarGaming.com/tiles. All that is in the description down below. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and happy wargaming.